Hey, how you going there? Matthew McDonald here. Today is the 21st of May 2016 and I just felt the urge to do a weekend training video and cover some tips that can help you with your business. Now, there's some things that I've done in business that have done well, and what I want to do is in this video, I want to share you some of my strategies that I've used for online success in my online business. There's no doubt you could use these same strategies with an offline business. But here's the thing, if you're a newbie or a beginner, this is the sort of model you want to be looking for when starting your business. Now, if you are an intermediate or you're making a full-time living online, then there are definitely components here you want to check that you can apply into your current business. And with the information we're covering today, if you take some of this and apply it to your business, it's going to be more profitable. Now, the strategy that I'm going to be talking about today, I started utilizing it last year. And I've been making money online for a long time. But as soon as I implemented these strategies, I started seeing a very quick, very fast results in my business growing. So that's what I'm going to be teaching you here today. We're going to spend some time on upsells and back-end sales, and I'm going to give you actual numbers to work with. When I got started online marketing, one of the most painful things I would struggle with, and this goes once again for offline business too, is pricing and getting the pricing right. And sometimes the problem with pricing is we forget the purpose of pricing. So I'm going to cover that a little bit here today. And so let me welcome you from the bottom of my heart. Welcome to this weekend training. I know you've probably got a ton of stuff you want to catch up on the weekend. You want to spend some time with your family. So I'm going to go through this fairly quickly, but my goal here is to give you some cool stuff that I've seen working tremendously in my own business. And it's pretty simple stuff. It's nothing out there. And the funny thing here is, now this here, I'm going to tell you something about myself. This is called my dream journal. And what this journal has is it has literal dreams. Every page in here that is written out, I've written it out usually about 5 a.m., sometimes 3 a.m. in the morning when I'm sort of still in a half trance. And when I have inspiring dreams in the nighttime, I get up in the morning, I write them down, and then I'll come back to them in the evening when I do like a daily journal and basically go over them. So there's a dream I had last year, and it's had a really impact in my real business. It's pretty funny, isn't it? Dreams. Sometimes dreams, we kind of process stuff better, and we receive a little bit of wisdom in our dreams. And in this dream, I was receiving instruction. So somebody was telling me, there was a man who was explaining things to me in this dream, and he was talking about a sales process. Now, in a sales process, I actually called this the Cabbage dream. A little bit funny, isn't it? The Cabbage dream, because it used cabbages as an example. And basically what this dream taught me was the process of sales and the purpose for each part of the sale. I'm going to give it to you real quick. And some of you might say, well, that's obvious or whatever. But I tell you what, after I had this dream, I made a significant shift in my business. And within about 48 hours, I had a flood of sales coming into my business, a flood of new leads coming into my business, and basically significant improve in my bottom line. So a lot more profit coming in. Now, what I want to do is I want to break up the customer acquisition or getting a customer into a couple of categories. So first of all, the number one here, and let me just read this to you, never try to make a profit on the first sale. Never try to make a profit on the first sale. Really important. So the purpose of the first sale is one, to acquire a customer, but it's also to be competitive. So the purpose of that first transaction is never to make money. In fact, if I sell something, the first transaction, I will either spend it on marketing. I generally will spend it on affiliate commission. So I'll pay 100% upfront on the first sale, and I will make money on the second sale. Now, what I've actually been doing this year is actually giving away commissions on the second sale as well. 100% on the first sale, 100% on the second sale. But you don't need to do that. Basically, the important point here is that the purpose of the first sale is to create a better offer than your competitor. Now, I'm not saying that you have to be competitive in business in such a way that we want other people to lose. That's not what I'm saying. I'm coming to you more like from, if you think of an Olympic athlete, they've got to do the best from, they want the medal. They've got to have the best offer. And the chances are, if you're making sales out there, that there's something similar out there, but you might not even be aware of. So with your first offer, the first transaction, and it's really an important transaction because it gives you a customer, you don't try and make money on the first transaction. Now, here's the great thing about it is, the second transaction, which is going to be the second sale, can be any amount. The first transaction is the biggest hurdle. So the first transaction, generally I've got here, and I'm not going to read you the whole dream, but as an example, I started selling plugins really cheap. And I know I'm going to get a lot of customers that don't appreciate what they purchase and things like that. But it's a really great way to reach out and get a flood of people into your business. And you can make the first transaction $5 to $10 instead of a free offer. You get qualified leads. These are people who can already make a transaction. In your business, you need customers that can make a purchase. So what I'm basically doing with my plugin business is selling WordPress plugins, is the first transaction, I don't make any money on the first transaction. In fact, the first transaction cost me money. I mean, you see this in the supermarkets or McDonald's, I'm sure you've heard about it. They sell the ice cream cone, they don't make money on it. If you walk past like a supermarket, you'll see big signs at the front with special discounts to get people in. So they're not trying to make money on those items, they're basically trying to get people in. So we know that, I know that's pretty obvious, but we need to be doing it in our own business. So the first transaction is to get a commitment. Now the other thing that happens is when somebody gives you $1, let's say the first transaction is $1, which is fine. All of a sudden you've got their attention until they actually gave you their credit card information or made a purchase through PayPal or wired you money or however they do it. You do not have their attention. You have their attention to a degree, that's how you got the first transaction, but as soon as money exchanges hands, you've got their attention. All of a sudden, they've given you permissions saying, hey, you can talk to me. If you've got something to say to me, I'm listening. That's the power of the first transaction, and it doesn't matter how small that transaction is. If there's money being exchanged, then you've got their attention, and that's what you need. When you've got their attention, now you can actually sell them something. So this can be any amount. It can be $1,000, it can be $2,000. If I'm doing a plugin, it's probably going to be a $50 to $100 upsell, which I will do immediately after the first purchase. Now, does this annoy some people? Yeah, of course, but nobody's forced to buy anything. I get emails, from people that say, I want a refund because I purchased your $7 or $10 product and straight away I got offered a better version of the product or another offer, an upsell, an OTO. So you get a few of those, but that's how the business world works. If you want people to promote your offer, if you want JVs and affiliates, you have to hit people up on every opportunity to make a sale. And you're not taking anything from them. Basically, you've got an opportunity to enrich their life, to make their life easier, possibly remove some pain, solve some problem, then of course you can be rewarded for it. The main thing is your front end offer has nothing missing, nothing misleading, then absolutely you can hit them with the front end offer. In this dream, when this man was talking to me, he said it is essential that they do not know anything about your second offer when you make the first offer. So let's say you've got, I'll use one of my examples. So Dropbox Audio is a recent one I did. So on the Dropbox Audio, I've got it there for $7. You can click the buy now. Now with that one, I've been even more aggressive because when you click the buy now button, it gets a pop-up with a pre-purchase upsell. Now that was not a part of this stream, but basically we'll probably do an entire another training on pre-purchase upsell, which is a great way because you've got to get them over the first hurdle of making a click. When they make a click, you can do a pre-purchase upsell. Then when they go through the shopping cart and they make the payment, then you give your back-end upsell, which is going to be your more profitable upsell. And you'll find about 30% of people will often take the upsell. I hope I haven't lost you. So with the back-end, they do the $7 purchase or $17 purchase, and then they get offered a premium version of the same product. Now, if you put the premium version of the same product on the front end, then you're going to lose a lot of customers straight away in the process. If you break the purchase up into increments and small commitments leading to larger commitments, you're going to get a much better purchase rate or better earning rate on your clicks. So you're going to get more customers. And I tell you, if you are not doing everything in your business to be profitable, then you are absolutely leaving money on the table. But not only that, you are leaving yourself vulnerable to get kicked out of the game. You've got to play this game to win. You've got to be honest with people. You've got to have your best intentions in mind, but you've got to be savvy. You've got to be smart about it. So the back end comes, and what I was saying there is that never tell your customers about the upsell until they've made the first commitment, which is a small purchase, a small commitment. Now you've got their attention. Now you can sell to them. When you make videos online and when you sell to them, make sure you're not talking to a group of people. Always talk to one person. And that's why I absolutely love video, because the only effective selling I used to do offline was one-on-one. And it's great because you can take somebody into a conversation and an hour later they're signing up a $7,000 purchase. Now, once again, you've got to be ethical about it, but you can also do that with video. Now with video, your cutoff point generally might be about the $2,000 mark to make a sale on video before you need to get on the phone. If you are new to sales, or you don't have, or you lack a little bit of experience, or you're new to making videos, then I would strongly encourage you to get people on the phone for higher priced products and pitch it to them that way. And once again, you're never pitching products, you're always pitching solutions, which is going to be another lesson. Oh my goodness, we've got so much content to cover. But what I want to cover in this video is that you make that small mini purchase, and that gets you their attention, that gets you the customer, that keeps you competitive in the business, and that also you can use to market or to pay affiliates to bring you more customers. Once they've made that initial purchase, Then we do an upsell. So the upsell is an upsell that happens during the purchase process. So it needs to happen on the same day. If you are doing an online, like a sales funnel, then the upsell works great immediately after the purchase, even before they get to the download page. You've got to realize also that a lot of people that buy online products, like digital products, they never use them. It's unfortunate, and I used to get really annoyed about it, but that's just the way it is. A lot of people that purchase your products, digital products online, are not going to use it. So if you're going to sell them an upsell, don't wait for them to use the product. Hit them with the upsell immediately. You can also have a downsell after the upsell. So you can have an upsell or downsell, upsell, downsell. You can experiment with this. The main thing is that you get something in motion and you have a very low entry level price. And when you have that, when they pay that $1 or $5 or $10, I tend to keep it from $5 to $10. You can go up to $37, $47 if you like, but I think it's going to work better for you. It's worked better for me in the $10 range. When you get that $10, use that attention immediately, because if they made a $10 purchase, you've only got their attention for a little while. So tomorrow, coming back with another offer, your chances of them making a purchase has significantly dropped. So you want to be asking yourself questions once again. How can I apply this strategy into my existing business? And what I'm actually going to do, I think we're going to wrap this training up here, because there's a lot more I could do, but I would rather you take action on one point that I'm talking to you about instead of giving you a bunch of other points. So you want to be asking yourself this question. How can I put a mini purchase in front of my main product to get that right prospect or the right customer to make that mini commitment so that I can actually sell them the product? And remember, when they purchase the product, the $10 product, that's when you've got their attention, and that's when you make your main sale. That's how you get high conversions. All right, then you can come up with a back-end sale, whatever your industry is. And I'll read something here as well that I wrote down. The biggest mistake of struggling marketers is trying to make money on the first sale. Make the first sale a no-brainer that plugs them into your marketing process. Oh, here's one more point. I'll include this in the video here for you. If you have a free giveaway, so you might have a lead magnet that you're giving away, a squeeze page or something, still don't make money on the first sale. This is the secret for beating your competitors. And yes, you compete to win. You do it in life. You do it in every area of life. If you've got kids, you do everything possible to make sure those kids succeed in life. You're not sort of thinking, oh, I don't want to bring them up better than somebody else. Absolutely you do. You want your kids to have the best upbringing possible. Well, with your business, you have to give your customers the best possible offer out there. And if you don't have the very best that you can offer, then you have to think about what you're offering. And then we might have to have a different training session to actually discover who you are and what makes you different. Because who you are and what makes you different, that has the secret key to your biggest and greatest success. Now, what you hear in the background, we've got a crazy storm here at the moment. I'm upstairs, so the rain is a little bit louder here. But I think I'm going to wrap this training session up here, and make sure you take action on this training, and I will get back to you with another session. We'll keep going, but go ahead and think about how to implement this into your business. So Matthew McDonald here, thank you so much for sharing this moment with you. It is great to have people listening out there, and I want you to be successful. I want you to have the same success that I'm having here. I'll have more success that I'm having here. There are things you do excellent that I've got no idea about. This is something that I'm good at. I'm good at upsells. I'm good at backends. And this, I wanted to share this with you this weekend. So Matthew McDonald here. Have yourself a fantastic weekend and let's talk sometime soon.